Vargas wakes in darkness and pain. The aches of his broken and beaten body, the feel of the cold, hard stone under him, the smells of blood and waste and unwashed bodies, the sounds of men and women moaning and pleading. It was all so familiar. If I didn't know any better, I'd think I was feeling nostalgic for this. You are a strange one, Vargas Kahl. He looks in the direction of the voice and sees the transparent, floating form of a woman, older but still physically strong, wearing an elaborate outfit of skins and bones and polished stones, with a diadem of antler across her brow. He sits up with a groan, almost falling when he tries to steady himself with a right arm that's no longer there. Know that I'm not nostalgic for. Greetings, honored ancestor. To whom am I speaking today? The woman stares at him for a moment, and he notices that she's harder to see than the spirits usually are, more faded. I am Nanesk Cool, of the Black Horse. Nanesk Cool. I know of you. You sealed away the creature we fought under Scrapwall. The Zill. The creature you fought was not Shadrach's. But yes, the imprisonment of the Allmother was my doing. I didn't realize we were related. Distantly. Is that why you look so insubstantial? Because you're not a close relative? But that makes no sense. Cal Shro lived 8,000 years ago, and he didn't look like you do. Because that's not why I appear this way. I thought jumping to conclusions was one of the things we were training you out of, Vargas Kahl. He frowns. I apologize. I look this way because your bond with your ancestors is weakening. I was chosen to come to you because my connection to another descendant of mine, as well as certain energies in this palace, allow me to have a more substantial form than another would. However, the longer you take to complete your task, the less we'll be able to interact with you, including blocking out your visions. They'll be starting again soon. How soon? 2-3 days at the most, unless you return to your quest. But I don't know what my quest is. The dreams are too abstract, and every time I think I have them figured out, they change. And none of you spirits will give me anything more than vagaries and riddles. If the Lord in Iron has some grand plan for me, don't you think maybe one of the people who should know what it is me? Vargas tries to calm himself, to lower his voice so he doesn't attract the guards, or worse, the witch. But it's difficult. His dreams had shown him Torch, so he went there. He relit the flame, defeated the forces that had corrupted it, and then the dreams changed. So he went to Scrapwall, defeated the fledgling god whose very title was a mockery of Gorham's own. Still, no resolution, only change. He left behind the first companions, the first friends he'd made in well over a decade to seek out answers, and got none. And now he finds himself, again, a prisoner, with seemingly no obvious way out. He lowers his head and whispers, Can you tell me nothing, Ancestor? I cannot simply tell you what you must do, but I can tell you to think on your current position, and to remember my deeds, and my history, and your own. Because history may not repeat, but it does rhyme. Farewell, Vargas Kahl. Vargas watches as the figure of Nanesk Cool fades away, and thinks over her cryptic message. Eventually, he thinks he realizes what she must have meant, and smiles to himself. 3 days until the dreams start back up. Fine. Let them come. I will do my duty. This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
How you feeling about that clap, Izzy?
It was more like a really aggressive high five. I don't know if I had to kind of keep one hand still because it's right next to my face.
Isn't
so I just
every
high-fived
clap
myself.
just a high five? I'm sorry.
It's a high five with yourself.
High five self.
Really excited to interject some hot dogism in there, but that is
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that starts every day with a hearty bowl of basement cake. I'm your host, and here's everyone.
Delicious.
Hello.
mostly pasteurized basement cake. Hello.
Chunk
Mostly
light basement cake.
pasteurized.
You don't want to pasteurize it all the way; it gets rubbery.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
Louis Pasteur be damned.
Do the half Louis. The Lou Pastor. All right, well,
Lucas. Sorry.
no worries. Last week, the party returned to, what's it called? Starfall from Torch. I don't remember if we did any of Torch in the last episode. I'm going to assume that we did it all the week before. They returned and tried to make use of that comm set that they took off of the one guard who seemed to have an alternate agenda. Flipped through the channels just to see if they could get any spying done. Found like some patrols coordinating. Not a whole lot else interesting. But they went back to Channel 7 and wound up having a call with a mysterious voice. A mysterious voice who was looking for them and wanted, or at least offered to, be a friend. The party managed to work out, after some hints were dropped, that this was probably Zernabeth, the former head of the Technic League, out for revenge or out to retake control of the League, maybe. And she wanted to help the group undermine Osman Zaidow so she could get rid of him. Her suggestion was to get Kivoth Cool either off the drugs or off the throne so that they could rouse the residents of Starfall against the League and create chaos, making it easier to overthrow the League. And I think the party generally liked the gist of that idea, but they had a complication that they wanted to throw into it. Thought the best person to help get Kivoth Cool under control was one Vargas No-Clan, who currently resides in the Technic League basement. Zernabeth was not really going to be able to physically help remove him from the Technic League basement, but she did clue the party in to a secret passage from the first floor of the Palace of Fallen Stars that leads into one of the basements of the Technic League compound, from which they could presumably sneak down lower to the dungeons, get their buddy out, and sneak back out without, fighting the entirety of the League. The party, I think, liked the idea of going in maybe for a night strike to do that particular duty, but first there was another missing friend to check up on, so Brixby set up Cassius and Alwyn in a magnificent mansion, and then Brixby and Kira popped on over to the Shade's house to pull Tarazi out of his double agent status. That's where we are now. Brixby and Kira are in a room with 4 people who work for the Shade, none of whom look exactly like Brod. And suppose we'll jump back into it with just a pop over to the magnificent mansion where Cassius and Alwyn are hanging out. What's going on in the mansion?
I honestly have no idea.
Well, you have like 38 invisible servants.
Exactly.
And food for like 1,100 people.
Sounds like you're hosting a party.
Or like recreating the food fight from Hook.
Aw.
Over and over and over again.
Who's Cassius's god again?
Shaylin.
It is Shaylin? Okay. I thought so, because you talked about like not liking the oppression stuff. So yeah, maybe Alwyn would probably just be asking you questions about Shaylin. So just like, so Shaylin, what kind of things about that god make you made you decide to follow her?
Oh, fair question, Alwyn. Shaylin is a goddess of beauty and art, and, well, it seemed rather fitting for a thespian to follow such a goddess.
So, did you decide to follow her after you decided your career, or did you decide your career because you followed her?
Oh, there's some overlap there. Although I do think I had started my career before really personalizing my faith, but there's some amount of Shaylin worship in my family, so it was also a bit of an upbringing.
Trying to think what other stuff he would ask, because I know he would ask, but I don't know what. I gotta get in my weird little guy's head. Oh, I know. Because he's from, what you call it, right? Didn't you say he was Chelish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think he would ask, so I don't know how, if this is a poor subject choice or anything, but I thought most people in Cheliax kind of had a different sort of worship.
Ah, you're referring to I'm going to say it wrong, out of character. I'm like Cheliax demon, devil.
It's devils.
Okay, yeah, Empire of Devils.
Yeah, it's devils.
The thrice-danged House of Thrune.
Yeah.
Yes, there's an unfortunate propensity towards devil worship in Cheliax. You are quite correct. It's not a sore subject for me. It's just not something that is universal in its adherence by any means, and certainly was not my family's form of worship. It's unfortunate. There could be, I think, more beauty were the devilry to be not so prominent. That's not to say that there isn't a strong presence among artistically in Cheliax. It's one of the things that the Chelaxians, my people, do well is they make the arts more available to the common person than the opulence of Taldor and theater and opera being more for the aristocracy.
Oh, I guess that is one good thing that came from that then.
Yes, I'll admit to not finding a lengthy list of positive things my countrymen have done over their long years, but that is one. And they continue to talk as we slowly wipe back to the house where maybe...
The interesting part.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
No, we're gonna run out of even if Alwyn has more questions, we're gonna find that Cassius would definitely have better answers than Jeff.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like, I know the direction that I want that to go in, but I literally have no idea exactly how this character would ask it.
Well, popping over into the Shade's house with our other group while those two talk religion. Kira and Brixby, you're in a room with 4 sleeping men. You don't recognize any of them as your buddy.
So Brixby started a detect magic using his sneaky spells to make that silent, and still last episode. So he's going to hold that, focus on the auras in the room, see if any of them resemble like a hat of disguise or
yeah.
any kind of other and then from there, if they're too regular, we might try a little invisible visual inspection, but we might just boop out because there's only so much you can do with 0 intel.
Yeah, you don't seem to see a hat of disguise on any of these guys. They've got magical equipment, I think, in the foot lockers at the foot of each bed, but there is nobody's wearing any sort of illusion type deal.
So we still have telepathic bond. So I think Brixby will say to Kira, I don't know if any of these are Tarazi. I don't see the hat or any other sort of spell.
Well, maybe he's in a different room?
I think this is like a one-room Mojo Dojo shack house.
Well, there's the other room where Kira had her job interview, and like the wall on the right-hand side of this room, so kind of behind Brixby where he's standing right now, is like a big one-way mirror, so you can see into that bigger room, even though I didn't do the walls to let you do that because I don't know Foundry very good. But it's just an empty room with a table and some chairs, and doesn't look like there's anybody in there.
Well, maybe he's invisible too.
I see.
Wait, you would see him.
Yeah, that's thinking with magic. But I think we probably need to boot back to the manse and figure out what we need to do next.
We're gonna leave without him?
I don't think he's here.
Do you think he's okay?
What I think is that it is likely that she has multiple houses like this, or the Technic League does throughout the city, that serve as temporary stayovers or garrisons. There's also a chance that he is not here, and the best way to determine that is for me to prepare a spell to try to find him tomorrow. And hope that it doesn't point down in the exact same place that it did when I searched for Vargas.
If it does, we're gonna get them both back, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
No one's staying trapped underground.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy Renner should probably continue their restful sleep, so we should leave. I guess when you zoom in, he doesn't look as much like Jeremy Renner, but when you're zoomed out, he's got a little Renner vibe to me. So I think we're probably, if there's, provided that isn't actually like a piece of technology and some cool secret plans here on the chair that guy's sleeping on the back of.
It's just a limitation of the map.
Man, I wish I had sent
Like
Rusty
Rusty?
after him.
If only Rusty was a little farther in the goop, he could talk.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about my ability, and my ability to handle an animal is very bad. Super bad. My ability to turn them into a statue is fine at this point, but I say we regroup, use the spell, know where he is with assurance. We just know that this was the last place we saw him, and it's been some time. And, I mean, we're adults, we should be honest. You, at your venerable age of 32.
28.
Wise. Oh, fine. Sorry, I'm not trying to... It's already 1 foot in the grave, not trying to push you in there yet. We should acknowledge that the Shade clearly knew there was something interesting about Tarazi to us, and spoke with little compunction about using him. I think that we should rely on our arcane resources and not potentially wile them up this evening, because while we could kill Jeremy and his renters, I worry about what that would fare for our friend if he wasn't a suspicion.
Yeah, okay. Well, as long as you promise we find him, we can go.
And with that, Brixby will use another of his bajillion tricky spells. I get 5 a day, so this is my second or third, to greater teleport back to the door in front of the mansion, which I believe is canonically in an alleyway behind Kira's least favorite cake hovel, which is also the
Also
place where
the flagship.
namesake and proprietor owns. It could not be the flagship. I mean, maybe the flagship is doing a lot better because he was sent to like the, further Siberia version of this.
Well, the thing about running a chain of hovels is anything really a flagship?
What is the collective group term for a group of hovels?
Flag fleet.
A fleet of hovels. Right in.
Right in.
I'm sure this is something that one of you know.
I wonder if that has a collective noun. If not, it should. All right. So, you teleport out of there to the door of your magnificent mansion.
Well, let's get in so we can make this disappear and see what they've been doing with a literal
All that
ton
time.
of food and a small army of invisible servants. Yeah.
Okay. What have you been doing? Or can we go inside? Do we have to like magic our way in, or can we just?
I think you can just
Oh no, yeah, we
walk
can just
in.
open the door.
If you have permission, you can just get in.
Kira kicks open the door.
I permit myself and you. Let's go.
Kira kicks open the door.
This is a shoes off mansion now. So, put on. I have house shoes for everybody though.
I still don't think Alwyn canonically wears shoes.
If we had preparations of glitter dust or something to cast on all the servants to make them somewhat seen, it would have been a totally different scene that you'd walk into. The most dazzling choreography.
I was gonna say.
It's just Jerry Orbach up there singing Be Our Guest.
So we applaud at the tasteful musical number when it concludes, which I'm sure that we'll be adding in post.
The people clearly want it.
Yeah.
It's true. I think Finder in particular has been pining for more music.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yep.
fiending.
I was not successful. There were occupants, but none appeared to be our friend. I think the best course of action is to rely on reliable arcane reserves and attempt to locate him via spell tomorrow.
Was anyone there? Did she abandon the place?
There were other occupants there, but none appeared to be Tarazi, and honestly, even if they had used some magic, transmuted him into this Hawkeye-looking individual, but legally distinct and different, because legal says so, that risk that I woke the wrong Jeremy up and alerted them to our imposition could risk his safety anywhere he is right now if he wasn't there. But we will find him. We just have to hunt him down magically.
We have to find the right Jeremy.
That's why this book's name is Finding the Right Jeremy.
It's actually
Makes sense right
a
now.
Jeremy in a haystack.
So we're going to cast Detect Eddie Vedder and ask him for help.
I hear he spoke in class today.
All right.
So
Well,
I was reflecting on the excellent Pearl Jam pun there. I think that did it for our listener base. Actually, probably right in. I feel like a lot of you probably at least listened to the radio at some time in the last 25 years.
Man, remember the radio?
I'm just trying to wrap my head around, like, we unleashed the lion, but he's a snake, and it's like, ugh.
Oh, he's a manticore. That's what Jeremy was the entire time.
Yes.
Clearly.
so the plan is that we're gonna find Tarazi and Vargas tomorrow. Not underground, except for half of them. But not, one person, one whole person underground, and one whole person above ground. And then we'll find them.
Was eloquently stated, Kira.
Thank you.
So we could have like a tasteful 5 to 10 minute giant pillow fight with all of these servants, or whatever. I mean, it's my place. We can kind of mess it up.
Alwyn hits Bricks through the pillow and he explodes into 12 rats.
Oh no, it's so many. That's like 8 spell levels right there. It's fair. I deserve that.
Well, if you're calling it a night here, we can wipe to the next day. You're in a safe spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Kira sits up for a little bit and starts a new letter. You just see her pull out some pen and paper, or whatever pens are in Numeria. Are they pens? They're probably pens.
Probably pens from
Mechanical
space.
pencils.
Mechanical pencils.
Astronaut pens, the kind that work upside down.
That you can write upside down.
Mhm.
Yeah. And some stickers, and then just start writing.
I think Alwyn just kind of paces around the inside of the mansion for like most of the night and just has a lot of trouble getting to sleep.
And he's mechanically fatigued the next day.
I mean, I'll make him mechanically fatigued.
I mean, if you're really not
Come
going
on,
to sleep.
I will pull a Skidmar. Yeah, I think he is going to have trouble sleeping a full 8 hours. I will tick on fatigued. 'Cause I know why he doesn't, but he doesn't.
The Daniel Day-Lewis podcast.
Only here, folks, will you get that kind of realism. Certainly not in the aforementioned podcast that already did it.
Ups my speed a little bit and a couple of stats down, but it's not horrible. But yeah, I think he gets very little sleep and he just doesn't know why, but just is not able to sleep.
Well, morning comes. The cartoon sun rises outside the interdimensional weird windows.
Time to prep some spells.
Get some
For
goo.
an hour.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
is Rusty
time.
a statue?
You can destatuify.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think this is where we fell off last time, if I remember correctly. So assuming that Alwyn is capable of overcoming their fatigue and providing me a guidance, I have to roll
Yep.
above a 7.
He is going to yawn heavily and then tap you and give you guidance.
By the skin of my goo-covered teeth. It's an 8 for a 17, which just scooched me over the DC 16, bringing Rusty 2 mere checks away from being able to talk, and Sam having to come up with another voice.
I don't know what we're rocking around.
Give that dog Numerian fluids. Get that intelligence up to like 20. I'm kidding. Do not give the dog Numerian fluids.
He already is kind of Numerian fluid.
It's true.
Is there, I know there's the spell that like automatically gets you a 20. Is there one that works for a D100 roll? Because if there is, we can make Jeff's dog immortal. That would be pretty cool.
Maybe like a Cyclops could do it.
Yeah, with the something insight or whatever it is they have.
Flash of insight.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if that
Yeah.
works on drinking a consumable that causes a roll. I'm sure there's probably something on the Paizo forums about that.
So the mansion doesn't kick us out. It's not like there's like it's got a gracious checkout time. So we can take a little bit of like a moment or two before we leave.
Yeah, because we had a full 14 hours, right? Because it's an hour a level.
And Brix has prepared. After gooing Rusty, he instatufies Rusty again. And then is also prepared to locate creature. In addition to the same spells he prepares virtually every day. I have the ability to start looking for him. Prepared this actually more than once. Our extend rod is a lesser, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. The only thing about locating a creature is that we're going to have to move around the city, which is going to be sucky. So it's not ideal. I think different identities today, breaking up our group, we can likely get towards the palace, which is also near, where Vargas is kept, and we can at least eliminate that immediately, instead of having to start kind of combing through the streets and seeing if he's in, one of the more armpit sections of the kill box or whatever. Tarazi just loves slumming it at one of those cake dens.
So, we splitting up again? And should we do the magic voice inside of head thing before we go?
Should definitely do the magic voice inside a head thing before we go.
They can't see that, can they? Can people see that we have that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or you think the shade can see it?
Oh, the telepathic bond, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not an instantaneous duration, so anything that isn't an instantaneous duration is visible. I'm thinking that if maybe some of us look for this potential secret door in the Palace of Fallen Stars, and myself and somebody go get or try to find Tarazi using magical means. Hopefully sometime within 4.5 hours of this spell that I can use today.
Well, maybe I can look for the door because of my... Actually, is Kira wearing the VMods, or are those two technologies?
She probably would have stowed them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
we have that little tech pass thing, but we're trying not to use that as much as we can.
Yeah. Still has decent perception, so I can go look for the door if someone wants to come with me. I'm not very sneaky though, so be aware.
I can go with you. If anyone asks what we're doing, we can say we're visiting that priest that I talked to last time we were in there.
Oh, you talked to him for a long time.
He did offer to have me join their order.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Well, maybe you can distract him by, doing more of your words things, and I'll look for the door.
I don't think it's in his room. I was just kind of thinking if anybody asks us what we're doing, that's where we can say we're there.
Oh, I just assumed you'd want to talk to him some more. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent idea. And Cassius and I can come up with some legitimate reason to be about on the streets.
I can be rather persuasive.
Yes, I'm confident in your powers of persuasion. We can just carry a couple pieces of cake in both hands and say that we are from Hub Grub, where people really handle your food before they give it to you.
Just loose cake.
Just a loose cake. So yeah, breakout teams.
All right. Sounds like
Breakout teams.
we got two different teams separately heading in the same general direction. Why don't you each bounce me a D100 just for patrol luck?
Because I don't
Oh yeah,
want
I should
to.
also state I'm using more of my... I look like a tiefling today, but a totally different tiefling. I look like a very reddish tiefling with black horns today.
Cassius looks like Mandy Patinkin as Inigo Montoya.
Whoa.
Oh.
Playing against type.
Yeah, really changing it up.
Okay, Kira's going to look like the guy who says inconceivable.
Wallace
Sean.
Shawn.
Yeah.
But he's having dinner with Andre. Wait, he is Andre.
Yeah, and Alwyn is going to look like Carrie Eulis. Eulis? I can
Ellis?
never remember. I
Ellis?
feel like I've heard his last name
Ellis.
pronounced about 6 different ways.
If you're Carrie
Right
Ellis,
in.
right in. Tell us how to say it.
No one else.
Yeah, just
We
you.
don't want to hear from anybody else.
But anyway, Alwyn does look like Carrie Eulis.
In Sawton,
Yeah.
specifically. All right, well, which group wants to go first? If you're doing nose goes, I can't see you. You are doing
No worries.
Oh crap! They are doing. I missed
we
it.
missed it.
Okay. You realize that means you're going first, also, because we're together.
Yeah, no, I know.
But yeah. So Alwyn and Kira head up to the Palace of Fallen Stars. I imagine we go through security the same way we did last time. We flash our little "we're okay to be here" badges that we have, and head into the main hall where the giants are in the main hall, right? Yeah.
Security is very lax. They just let everybody come and go in the palace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that we talked about it was like when you're walking into like a museum somewhere, like they're there, but they're not actually like doing anything.
Yeah, they just ask you how much you want to donate for your voluntary donation. Make you feel bad.
Classic museum.
Yeah, the main hall of the palace, for those who don't remember, is a massive, great pillar-lined promenade that smells of animals and rancid meat. There are a bunch of dogs in this room, just like hanging out. There are several hill giants also hanging out, in addition to just like random citizens of Numeria coming and going who, aren't giants or dogs. There are a couple people hanging from the ceiling with chains. They're like chained to the columns. Let's just see how many there are real quick.
Living people?
Is there a table for that? Yeah, they were there last time too.
There are four people chained to the columns way up around the ceiling, so way up above.
Alwyn won't say anything to Kira, but he's gonna look at him, and do any of them look like the guy they met in the garden that they said was Vargas?
Nope, none of them look like that incubus. Yeah, doesn't look like he's
Yeah, because that's the only time he's seen Vargas' face. He never.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look like Vargas. Doesn't look like the incubus either.
Okay.
Do they look like anyone we know? Or just people?
Oh, perception check.
Yeah, I hope we don't see what's his face up there.
Yeah, that would suck.
Wait, why am I rolling a perception check?
Hey,
That is a
natural
13
20.
for a 13.
That is a 20 for a 42. Would have been a 52 with the V mods.
Kira's pretty sure she doesn't know any of these people. Maybe
So Mockery's not one of them.
Maybe she saw one of them around town at some point recently, but nobody who really made an impression.
And they're all different ones than the ones that were here the last time we were here a couple days ago.
Kira doesn't have telepathic bond with any of those people, but she's going to think real hard. I'll come back for you anyway.
So, where do you think we should start looking? We should probably find the rooms with the gray floor, right? Those are the ones we're not supposed to be in.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do I have... Though if I cast a spell in here, probably 900 people would immediately know. I don't have it. I just have my potion. And I don't know if Kira has one. I was going to say, like, invisibility to try and check this first door over here. Because I don't remember if other party members checked that door at some point, and that's why I haven't seen what's behind it.
Well, I can see what's behind it, and it's nothing.
Okay.
Oh, wait, are the doors... The doors are open. Should they be closed?
Yeah.
I mean, we sort of...
Oh, actually, this area is yellow.
Yeah, we left open all the yellow
Alwyn
doors
just walks in
because you
here.
went through all those different areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can assume if a door is closed, it's gray. Maybe we can't assume that. I guess we can't assume that. But I'm going to anyway.
Oh, I remember. This is the room that we talked to those guards that were on their break-in. Okay. And then when you go up those stairs, that takes you to the dining room.
Yeah, and you see
I know where this is.
over in those kitchens where like if people are working frantically to prepare food. You see an elf assassin hard at work at their new job. Just yelling.
Alan gives them a thumbs up, and they have no idea why, because I don't look the same.
Just yelling chef at everyone.
Actually, Alan would be sticking much closer to Kira to try and keep his shadow in her shadow. What direction did Kira go? Did you go into
down
the...
south.
I'm south.
Oh, down south. Okay. singing Broken Cowboy. Wait, no, that's Dead South.
Okay,
So-
let's see. Are there any... This one's not open over here to the right, to the...
Yeah, and
East.
are those stairs going down gray or are those yellow?
These guys down here,
Yeah.
those go up to the second floor. You took those up.
Oh, those going up? They look like they're going down.
Yeah.
The way the map's drawn.
Limitation of the 2D world.
Uh,
I do think that this closed door down here, Kira actually snuck through this room.
I think I did, actually.
Mhm.
It was a training room, like
And-
on the south
Right,
side.
yeah.
Yes, you went there from the north when I
Yeah.
was talking to the priest of
To the guy,
Xiphus. You
right.
went down there, yeah.
Okay.
And you laid in one of the guest beds because that was also around here somewhere
As
in that
well.
Oh yeah,
hallway.
that was down in this
Okay.
corner.
Yeah.
So I think it's just this door right here, yeah? Is this a door?
Yeah, that's a door.
Okay, but it's also right in front of some giants, so like... I don't know. I don't do the strategy stuff. I just hit stuff.
Sleight of hand. Nope, I have a +0 in sleight of hand. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe I could like accidentally knock the door open or something, but I do not have the rolls for that.
I can push you into the door. Oops.
You know what? Alwyn's gonna open this door, and if it's gray, he'll apologize and close it. So he is gonna reach out and open this door. Oh, it appears to be locked.
Yeah, that door.
So he reaches out and jiggles the handle.
just wanted to see.
That door does appear to be locked.
You know what? He'll look at this giant to the south here and say, excuse me, is that room part of the tour?
And the giant looks down on you and says, "That's Tech McCool's room. He wouldn't let you in there."
He lives off of the lobby?
I don't know.
Very accessible.
That's where he is. He's the boss of the
Man
guards.
of the people.
Yeah.
He's a man of the
I was gonna say,
people.
like, isn't he in command of, like, all of the palace staff, and he just lives next to the front door? Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. And he will then go over to Kira and say, that room belongs to that Tech McCool guy, the one that's in charge of all the guards. So there could maybe be something in there, but I don't think it would be the way down to the basement because it would be strange to go through his bedroom for that, right?
Probably. That's like a weird, roommate situation that we don't have time for. But, hey, what do you think about this weird statue?
Ooh, yeah, there is a weird statue.
Can I look at this weird statue, Sam? I guess I don't know it's weird. I'm making an assumption.
Let me see if I can see any words about that weird statue.
Nope, there's nothing written in the book about it. That's not it.
That's a statue of Kivath Cool, the Black Sovereign.
I'm just going to do a quick roll. Ugh, that's only a 2 for like a 24, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems to just be a normal statue.
This is a nice statue.
Doesn't look like you can, like, pull down his loincloth and open a stairway or something.
Main hallway.
Did we ever go further this way down here?
Further, which way? I think...
Like through this where the kitchen and stuff is, but then down into this rounded room.
Yeah, that was where there were a bunch of guards hanging out in that corner.
Okay.
Regular guards.
Yeah.
Can I just do, can Akira just stand in the room and do a perception check for anywhere that, like, might have a secret door in the area?
Yeah.
Yeah, like any wall that looks obvious or anything.
Right, is there a slanted light pointing up against a wall somewhere? Or maybe
Yeah.
some vines?
Crack with a bomb next to it.
Ooh, 18. So that's going to be a 40.
Well, as Kira scans the room, searching for any sign of potentially weird walls or the light not hitting things right, she does see that this up here, this wall about halfway up the chamber on the right, something doesn't look right about that. And then at the far end, there's a couple little spots, like right at the end of the room, that don't look quite right. Almost like there might be hidden doors there.
Got it. Show me the other two.
Just at
spots.
the far end down here, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, this one's never mind. If I was in a meta mood, I might say this spot over here is rectangular, and that seems like a room. But also, I guess that one, like that triangular one, could have stairs in it. But yeah, okay. So she sees this spot over here, and elbows Alwyn, and like kind of nods over there. It's like, I'm gonna see if I can go take a closer look over there, and we'll do that.
And while she's doing that, Alwyn is just going to be asking a bunch of like really inane questions to these giants, like just full on tourist mode. Like, oh, how many people work here? Where do you get your food? What? Like all like just the dumbest tourist questions to try and maybe keep them a little distracted. And I'll roll a charisma if you want me to see if how well that works.
Sure, go for it.
A 16 for a something high. 6 would be 26, or no, 22, 32.
All right.
32 diplomacy to engage these two guys in just meaningless conversation. Actually, I guess it would make more sense to do it to these two up here because that's by the door she's going to.
Never mind.
Well, now they feel bad because you were so diplomatic with them, and then you just took off, left them in the lurch.
Kira's going to take a look at this wall right along here.
Yeah, just like running her hands along the wall and seeing where the light just doesn't seem right. It does feel like there's a seam there, like there is a secret door directly in front of Kira.
She will telepathic bond Alwyn. Say, Alwyn, I think I found something. Can you... I don't know, can we make it all dark in here real quick? Probably not, but Kira doesn't know how magic
Do
works.
I have darkness? Nope, I do not have darkness. I can make it really quiet here.
I mean, where are they facing? If it's super quiet, maybe they just won't turn around. We're gonna get killed. Oh man.
No, that's only an in-combat effect. I have a thing called Haze of Dreams, so that only does stuff in combat. Do I have...
Just send them into mind mazes real quick.
Emotions? Yeah. Don't think I've taken yet. Because I've thought of taking it, but I always have something else I wanted to take instead of, like, Charm Person.
Okay. Let's see, we don't have sleight of hand. I mean, maybe we can just lie again? It's been going pretty well so far. What happens if Kira leans against the wall right there?
There's like a tiny bit of give to it, but it doesn't appear to completely move out of the way.
Okay, how about we do this? How about we check those other two places that might also be secret doors? Because if this is the only secret door, we can at least start here when we get our friends back. And maybe those other two places don't have secret doors. But I feel like there's going to be 3 secret doors, and we're all going to have to choose one. Okay.
Wait, who's the third person that's going to have to choose one? Are we recruiting one of the giants?
Yeah, we'd have to go back and get someone else. Oh, I can have Kingsley open it, I think.
Yeah.
Kira bashes her head directly into this wall in order to check whether it's a secret door.
Why don't you roll a perception check there?
Okay. Just a 12 that time for a 34.
Not only does this appear to be a secret door, you think you can hear people behind it, like muttering to each other. Like, what's this bald guy doing? Should we go out there? Just watch for a second. Maybe it's
That's me.
Maybe it's nothing. Maybe he's drunk.
I'm the bald guy. Okay. Kira will give a quick drunk performance and stumble away. And as she goes, she will tell Alwyn telepathically, "There's people behind that one."
That might be the right one then.
It's definitely the one where we should start.
Did it sound like they were going downstairs?
Did it sound like they were going downstairs, Sam?
No, it sounded like they were hanging out.
It sounded like they were hanging out.
Then maybe that's not the right one.
Okay. I'm gonna check this other one that also looked suspicious. And one more perception check.
Yep.
4 more than last time. I said last time was a 24, so this is gonna be 28.
How are you checking this one?
Perceptionally?
Well, what does that mean? Like, you looking at it, you bumping into it again, or?
Yeah, no, she'll bump into that one. Oh no, I hope that's not a bad idea.
Well, I think when you bump into it, the door here just opens up, and you can see 3 palace guards on the inside, and they're just like, well, what are you doing? Why do you keep bouncing off the walls here?
I had a bunch of mail, which is mead and ale. I'm not well. Can you show me how to get to the bathroom?
You're just gonna need to go outside, and they sort of point down towards the entrance. Just head out there and puke in the bushes like everybody else.
Okay.
Yes, the famous vomit vines.
The whole vomit
Castle
vines.
at Starfall.
Yeah, Kira will do that. Kira will leave and go puke in the bushes.
All right.
Or, at least leave. And as she goes, she will tell Alwyn again. Alwyn, I think you were right, and maybe they're just guards. So maybe we should come back here and check that first door with our friends.
That's probably a good idea.
Unless our friends think we should check it now. In which case, wait, we can ask them. Friends!
Yeah. Now we cut to them and find out what they were doing this
Yeah, I
entire
guess it's your turn. You go.
All right, friends, we're cutting over to you. What were you doing?
Well, I believe we probably have a preliminary conversation about what our cover is. And then... Which doesn't honestly have to be overthought, because honestly, the best alibis are pretty simple. And then Brixby would cast Locate Creature on himself, giving him 2 hours and 20 minutes of the spell.
And he's searching for Tarazi specifically?
Yes.
All right, and where is he doing his searching?
Should we kind of work from the Technic area and the castle out, or should we work towards it? I think it's going to be heavily contingent on what you feel may be, or what we feel may be the best cover for our errands today.
Well, we know he wasn't at the barracks, for lack of a better word, so maybe I'm overthinking it. How many people go into the palace at any given time throughout the day? As long as we're a minute or two behind, at least, we wouldn't be drawing attention to a party of 4. We'd just be 2 parties of 2. Might as well start there and work our way out. You'd mentioned that he'd been at the compound at least at one point with his employer, so it's entirely possible he's simply there now.
Absolutely. And if he is, we can spend the duration of the spell tracking him, possibly go into the castle ourselves, depending on the amount of time that we need. And if he's not there, we could head into the city. It may get us in more trouble, but the possible lie at any point could be that we are doing something at the behest of the Technic League. Bringing an item somewhere, or doing something. They seem so federated and disorganized that it would be hard to verify. They don't seem to have a central authority. But again, brains and not your glibness that would inevitably be getting us out of any jam. So, and we have brain speak to work out our alibi in tandem.
So, in all of that, I kind of lost track of what your trajectory looks like. You were headed to the palace kind of behind Kira and Alwyn, or you were going around the Technical League facility?
We are headed towards the palace behind Kira and Alwyn, which then will also kind of be in the general vicinity of the Technical League facility. Brixby still wants to cast the spell before they go, just because it won't take them that long to get across the city, just on the off chance that Tarazi is patrolling by. I don't want to miss our, re-meet cute.
Okay, so, you cast the spell, you're walking through the city, and you're not picking up any pings on the Tarazi Dar. And you get over into Sovereign's Watch and up onto the hill itself, go up, following the rest of the traffic coming and going through there. And you do start to get pings on the old Tarazi phone as you head up the hill. They are not pointed towards the palace. They are pointed towards the Technical League compound.
Up or down?
Well, when you're on the hill, it's kind of straight ahead. But as you get towards the top of the hill, it's more of a downward trajectory.
Oh, why are all my friends in jail?
Would you say you've got friends in low places?
Yeah. I was thinking about there's also that John Prine song about all my friends are now dead or in jail. R.I.P. John Prine. Yeah. So, it's not looking good, gang. I'm pretty sure Tarazi may be seeing Vargas before we do. Maybe already has. My divinations are pointing in a downward, declining, just like my hopes about the situation. But I guess at least they're in the same place. We gotta get down there soon.
That does.
Brick says this to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually have individual channels like you've been having with Alwyn. I'm pretty sure we've just been listening to you saying, "Hey, Alwyn," the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think Kira knows that. She's like, you can hear me?
She's been pretty sure that if you just think specifically of one person, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Don't lose hope yet, friend Brixby. On the bright side, and there is one, you would not be able to locate him had he perished.
That is true. I don't know if that, also applies if he molts and then goes somewhere. I've never really felt that it was polite to ask him about molting. Anyway, you're right. A little bit of levity helps. At least we know where he is, and yes, that he is in seemingly some semblance of, that he wouldn't be regarded as an object per targets of a spell.
And maybe we have a way to get there.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe. I guess it depends on how long this is taken, but I think we found something.
I think for plot purposes, we can figure this is, we're about lined up time-wise.
Nice.
We also got Manny Petty's back in the manse for a little while. I mean, the Manny Petty was so quick. There were 3 to each toe.
Wow.
You got Manny Petty's without us?
Cracked heels, gone.
Get him later. I can't believe you didn't get him, this morning or whatever when I was studying spells. Aww. And your heels do look fantastic and uncracked.
Thank you, Brixby.
Ship.
But you don't want to cross with Brixby. Brixby's lovers apparently don't ever end up Doesn't end well.
Only when they turn against us.
Yeah.
Cassius would never.
Yeah, not like Tarazi.
That's why I specify that in my dating profile. Never turn against
If you
us.
betray me, I will kill you.
If you betray me.
That's the second line on his Tinder profile.
It's just beside a photo of like me and Vargas holding a like 3-headed fish outside of the lake and torch.
While petting a
I
dog.
think this is what goes on dating profiles. Yeah.
It's always a guy with a fish. Is what I've heard. I don't ever have occasion to. Anyway, we are going to go underground.
So I have an idea. If we know that that is where the secret door is, which I assume that you've told me is in the main corridor, just like...
I mean, you
St.
heard the whole
Matthew's.
conversation, apparently.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I was there the whole time. But if this floor doesn't have the same magical protections, we could theoretically open a dimensional door into that room from another place that is not directly observed by large giants and dogs. It's a bit of a leap of faith. We don't know what's inside, but...
Well, but if the alternative is leaving our friends alone, shouldn't we try it?
Oh, absolutely. I guess, yeah. I mean, I was about to say, I didn't really, like, have my, like, Siege to the Mage Palace, like, spell list prepared today, but that's kind of like every day. There really isn't a whole lot. I mean, there's nothing I would prepare for this. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's no reason to not go and perform violent regime change. It can go up to, let me double check here, but back of the napkin math, what, like 800 and something feet? I haven't looked at this.
Yeah, I think it is.
40-foot level. Yeah, so yeah, that is, I mean, almost like 900 something feet there. So we could virtually DD in from any place on this floor or even the second floor if we know we're unobserved and we know that we can do it. I mean, it would really suck to end up in like teleportation jail and then we all die. But there's a chance that they also don't have like the door to the buttle warded.
Yeah, I feel like this is a big enough place, and the fact that these guys are all mages, I can't imagine that they have very many areas, if any, like locked down to prevent teleportation, because I feel like that's probably how half of them get anywhere.
Yeah, I can imagine maybe not being able to teleport in from outside, but I think once we're inside, perhaps we can do still a little teleport as a treat. Because I worry, I mean, we always have the chance for spectacle, and I think that's something that we're capable of doing, but if there's a way that we could sneak in, that would be amazing.
Sneak in we shall.
We ride. I guess we meet up with y'all inside of the... Actually, Cassius, before we go. I know that you have agency and that you are the type of person that chooses to grace a situation with their presence. But I just want to reiterate that this is very dangerous, and there is no obligation for you to come with us. You've been a good friend and a great aid in the short period of time we've gotten to know you, but the threshold of committing potentially high treason, as well as B&E at the headquarters of the largest mage organization inside of Numeria, is an escalation of our friendship. I just want to let you know that at any point you can walk away, but Once we're in there, it's going to be a lot harder.
I understand the risks, and I say let's go rescue these friends of yours, and then they'll be friends of mine.
That outlook brings a smile to my face. Both the player and the character. Smile. That, let's head on into the palace. Sure, we can find a relatively unoccupied corridor to, well, bop into a room that we hope is not occupied.
As you return to the palace here and pick Alwyn up, presumably he's still chatting up the hill giants. Does Kira still look like Wallace Shawn?
Yes.
Just wondering for my records.
Suspicious.
I like to keep track of these
Inconceivably
things.
suspicious.
She left and she came back.
No, I meant that Wallace Shawn was suspicious, not you.
Wallace Shawn is a very suspicious character.
Yeah, just like in general.
Kira's just playing it up. They're like, these are the party doors. Don't go in through here. The private rooms, no-no rooms, filled with no-no men. Just throw up a little bit.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, man. Let's go into the uptitles.
Oh, I was about to do it. I see already Jeff
Yeah,
is typing.
Jeff is always the first one to do it. Dang it.
Is this the third instance at least where this party has attempted to gather information by being super drunk or like super busted? Because there was Tad, there's Asher, and Brixby's
Episode 19.
I mean,
experience.
even visiting, like going on the basically assassination mission of that doctor, we pretended we were there to get drugs.
Okay, that's true. I mean, I'm just saying, it's apparently a tool in the toolkit of heroes here. Don't tell Broth McGrath.
You know what they say, when in Rome, pretend to do drugs.
Heard it.
All right, well, where are you going to try to get a spot here?
I still think we should stay sort of... we're like gonna meet at one point anyway. But I think that we should look very nebulous, and it should be very natural, and it should look like a meeting of friends kind of thing. And maybe like, look at this statue. It's Kevoth cool. You can look at the real one upstairs, but this one is stone and not addicted to drugs.
Oh my god, I love statues.
I hate drugs.
I want to check it out too.
I don't know if the second floor is a better idea. I can't remember. The second floor had way more like league activity, it seemed like, if I remember correctly.
There was that one hallway that was like basically empty that what's his face was talking to that woman in.
Oh yeah,
Blanking on the name of like
Gartone?
the most important friggin' evil NPC
Gartone.
right now. Yes, Gartone.
And crafts.
they were having somebody needs to, yeah.
Yeah, because it seemed almost like they were having the conversation there because that was like an empty hallway.
There's also that conference room upstairs that we'd thought about stashing the
Oh, the gun
gun
in.
in.
Yeah.
The gun in. Yeah, let's go to the second floor. That sounds like a good idea. Take a look
After
around.
you guys go upstairs, Alwyn will end his conversation with the giants and say, well, thank you for answering all my questions. I'm going to go see if I can see the Sovereign eating. I've heard it's very interesting to watch. And he will then also go upstairs.
It's like a really sad mukbang. It's the saddest.
He's just crying into his food.
I'm having a great time.
I want to throw up upstairs, says Kira.
Let's see, I don't know where the characters are. Where are all the characters? I'm on the wrong layer.
I'm here.
All right, I'm going to just
I'm
kind of
here.
squish y'all in the middle here. All right, are you doing a greater teleport?
No, we are doing Dimension Door.
Okay, how you feeling about Brixby's spatial reasoning for figuring out exactly where that door would be?
I was actually going to say, how do you feel about me rolling a knowledge engineering? Because that's like how building is built. Like, I will roll any other knowledge you want to do, but anything that would be for his spatial awareness. I mean, I think, at the same time, he's also a level, I rarely pull this card, but he's a level 26 rat, which is at least twice as smart as his character. So, if not 3 times, I can't even do the math correctly, at least 3 times as smart as this player. So, yeah, I'm thinking that I'm happy to roll whichever one you want. Dungeoneering, because that's also, I know, traditionally.
I feel like we've done dungeoneering for a similar check at some point, like knowing where stuff was. So let's go with that. Why not?
Alrighty. He rolls a 33.
That sounds pretty good. I think he's pretty confident. He's got the measurements down. The whole place is just circles,
He's doing his math. And, all right. So if you see here with the angle, we just got to do this and zoop. And then he will do he'll use his first instance of silent and still spells, tricky spells, so no one can hear that particular incantation happening.
And you pop.
And they zoop.
You pop down 1 floor. And I am moving icons around on a different map.
As we appear in a dressing room.
As you pop back into existence down 1 floor in a narrow space with a stairwell leading down and a locked stone door behind you.
Hey, that looks like a circle that Sam put there.
Weird.
There's a stairwell leading down? Is it this black space here?
Yeah, there's not really anything drawn on the map for the stairwell, but just assume there's a stairwell in your room.
It's stairs, though. I think if no one stops her, Kira's going to start walking.
Yeah, this would be a good time to cast any sort of black buff spells that anybody needs right now. Probably. Maybe a little bit down the stairs, but if there's anything... Remember this, it's very dangerous. Is that the words that Xenobeth used? Something along those lines.
Alwyn will take out the displacement wand and... Because those are both only rounds a level. I was thinking of, hitting Cassius with that and Kira with particulate form, but they're both only rounds a level, so I don't know if I want to do that while we're still at the top of the stairs or not. I think I'll just get it out and I'll get ready to, if I have to, I'll hopefully have time to do it before we enter initiative, if we do enter initiative soon.
I'm going to cast my first of many shields.
All right, well, party
Probably
does some...
too small a space to cast in a large person, right? I can't fit in here.
That would be rough for everybody else, I think.
Okay, fair.
You know what I will do, because it's not rounds of per level, I will hit all 4 of us with freedom of movement.
Oh, so sick. Nice.
It was half of my level 4 spells, but that is perfectly fine because that is a good spell.
Oh, that's a very
Especially if
good
they
spell.
have something that tries to trap us in here and we need to teleport out.
All right, well...
I don't think it makes sense for me to cast anything.
We won't let you end the episode, Sam.
Nope. You're not going to bed. We know that tone of voice.
Well, as you all get buffed up and head down the stairs, the hidden stairs in the Palace of Fallen Stars, I'm going to bed no matter what you say.
Aw. Stay up,
Grudging
Sam.
good night, Sam.
Sam did the thing where they stood up and slapped their thighs and rubbed them a little bit. You can't say no to that.
Midwest
you just
goodbye.
legally, you gotta let them go.
Hope. Good night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Night, Sam.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Beep. Now recording. Beep.
Trying to think. I want to say the newest game I've beaten, if you can call it beating it, is I finished all of the story mode stuff in House Flipper 2.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
How about me? I think Persona.
Wait, it has nothing to do with. I heard
no,
Flipper 2
House
and I was
Flipper
like,
2.
oh yeah, like a
Oh, which
dolphin
then
game. House
Echo.
Flipper 2.
Yeah.
Well, because
Echo the
Echo
Dolphin
was
was
like
awesome.
one of the only other games that I completed. Because that was like that game was excellent. There was
What?
rarely any moments where it was like super stressful and time based.
play the-
Most of the time, you could just
the, like, the
vibe
side
and
scroller
listen to the
Echo?
music and swim around, which was like
Okay,
a
because
good
they also
experience.
made it for like the Sega, I think,
Yes.
the Dreamcast. And
Yeah,
I had
that was like the
one.
3D one.
Yeah. And that game was so fun until the shark showed up, and then it was the most terrifying thing I've ever done. And I think, honestly, to this day, I think it's why I'm still scared of sharks. Also because, sharks.
It's fair. It is a legitimate reason.
Pretty sure I only ever played the 2D Echo on Sega Channel at my friend's house.
Did you get eaten by sharks?
The original, like, subscription model, you don't own anything.
You don't know anything.
They were pioneers.
You only get demos, but you get a lot of demos and you will be addicted to it.
Yeah, I don't care about the Druid module foundry. Yeah, and Alwyn is going to look like Carrie Eulis. Eulis? I can
Eulis?
never remember. I
Eulis?
feel like I've heard his last name
Eulis.
pronounced about 6 different ways.
If you're Carrie
Right
Ellis,
in.
right in. Tell us how to say it.
No one else.
Yeah, just
We
you.
don't want to hear from anybody else that isn't.
And then explain how they tricked you into being in Saw 10.
He was in Saw 10. Okay, I'll come back to it.
He was in Saw 1.
He what?
But that was a good one.
I
Yeah, he was the main character of the first Saw.
Been a long time since.
But that was the only good one. And they somehow tricked him back for one of the sequels after he swore he'd never be in them because they were garbage.
I only saw the first one, and it was like kind of good in the instance that
Yeah, like he was in it. Danny
almost could
Glover
have
was
been
in it. It had
performed-
like
yeah.
real people.
Well, yeah, and it could have almost been performed as a stage play at points
would've been
because so
really
much of
good
it was
stage
in like
play.
a single room.
Yeah,
and, like,
I've had that.
Yeah,
model,
him and
so.
the photographer just in that bathroom. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, but I didn't have the stomach for like any of the other ones beyond that. I like watching
No.
horror movies, but they have to be goofy.
Yeah.
Like phantasmal. They can't be like torturous.
Yeah, no, I gave up on Saw after like the third one just because it was getting gory with nothing else going for it.
Anyway, Sawcast.
As a quick aside, I did buy a product recently called a, quote, walking tamale from the store. And it is literally just like a masa bar with some beans embedded in it. But I mean, what's, right? With free floating and some sauce. And it was actually not bad. I originally got it as a joke. And then I was like, oh, this is vegan. Just because like the walking around meat joke has become pretty big in my house. Especially when we rewatched The Sopranos and realized that like Tony Soprano constantly has like walking around cold cuts everywhere he's going. So
He's always eating capicola. Always.
I'll get that gabagool.
Capicola.
Or excuse me, it's the Sopranos. He's eating gabagool.
Exactly. Anyway, it was pretty good. Yeah, I look forward to our sponsor of Walking Tamales or whatever that company's name is.
And
You hear me
can
plugging them more.
Can you not walk with a regular? Because I guess it's.
Oh no! I mean,
Yeah, I was going to say, a tamale is very
It's
well
like
wrapped.
wrapped
It's
up,
wrapped
yeah.
in corn and bread underneath the corn.
It comes with packaging.
it's certainly not. It's certainly not a portable item, and like hasn't been developed for a bunch of years to be a portable item.
Yeah.
No, I mean
It's definitely not
this was
famously sold by street vendors because of how easily portable it is.
I mean, frankly, it's just that it was $1.25 and that it was sin manteca because I can't eat the lard. So, you know.
That's a good price for a tamale.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it was
bad.
good. They really insist on calling it a corn bar on the packaging now. I'm sure that Big Tamale would drag them into court. All right. Anyway, that was good and productive couple minutes that I put in there. Sorry about that. I just really I knew that this was a corn bar loving crowd and wanted to get that out.
I love a corn bar.
Waveforms.
Waveforms.
All right, looks good.
La la la.